So I welcome you to our day two of the three steps to spiritual success. If someone can recap from yesterday, what were few steps that we took? We can start from there. We should endeavor, struggle, or hard work. Nice. Yeah. So we are in the eighth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam because there are so many nice steps that we can take in the path of devotional life. Whether one is just starting devotional life or bhakti life, or if someone is very, very advanced, still one has to take care of few steps so that we can advance. And then in the eighth canto, we can see very vividly how this is done. The Lord, when the demigods went to the Lord and asked, "Oh Lord, protect," the Lord, he replies, "Though I am capable of killing the demons, but still, I want you to work." So, in our devotional life, also, yeah, when we are talking about the demigods, they were asked by the Lord to work. In Bhagavad Gita, also, Krishna is saying, action in devotional service is better than inaction. Or in the 18th chapter, it is mentioned that sannyas means not to not work, but sannyas means to work completely in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes may think it's so nice if I take renunciation, I don't have to take care of my family, I don't have to take care of school, yeah, why to study all these things. Easy would be just give up everything, go to a part of a world where no one disturbs. It's amazing, isn't it? Just to feel it is so nice. But after going there, what are we doing? If we don't do anything, what are we doing? We are misusing our life. This is an opportunity for us to make progress. And it can happen only when we take steps. And steps in favor of our advancement, not any steps. So the Lord advised the demigods take steps. So our acharyas are also saying take steps. And these steps are very important. The Lord is saying the acharyas follow what the Lord tells. Srila Prabhupada has engaged everyone in service. He didn't say, okay, now I think you can go to Himalayas, and in Himalayas, you can just find a nice cave adventure, right? And you can just, no. Srila Prabhupada sent his disciples all over the world, and the disciples have also taken this voluntary austerity, and they really did impossible things possible. It means the first thing what we say is it's not that in action, yeah, we are not interested in protecting ourselves from good karma or bad karma. We are interested in performing a karma, which means what the Lord asks us to do with full focus, with full Krishna consciousness. So the demigods, they went, they were sent back, and then they said, the Lord said, okay, You got to churn the Milky Ocean. And when you are churning the Milky Ocean, you will get something which is things that are you may not imagine. So don't be afraid of it. Don't be greedy of it. What are the things that is going to come from the churning? Don't be scared. As yesterday we were saying, the first thing what came, poison, and the demigods were scared. Oh, huh? So the Lord already knew what is going to happen if they really churn the ocean. When we are also churning our life in the process of devotional service, in practicing Krishna consciousness, there will be something that is unfavorable that comes out, and there is something that is favorable to us, and there is something we really like to, but it's not good. In the churning process, yesterday we came till the poison, that poison, deadly poison, no one wanted to take. The Lord has favored at every step. Yeah, He said, it's not going to work if you do all alone because you are not physically so strong. You need to go and take support from the opposition. Let's put this way, the opposition who are not interested in God. Yeah. So can you imagine if we have to deal with people who are not interested in God, who think God is their enemy? Hey, we are devotees. Come on. How can we devotees go and handle them? No, it's not possible. It's impossible. Rather, let me be well in my own cocoon of comfortable devotee association. No, for sometimes when we really need to get things done, yeah, we may have to go and interface with materialists, because there is also some sense somewhere that they are devotees, right? It's only maybe they are covered now, maybe 99% they are covered, but 1% is still there. And we may try to see how we can inspire them so that there is a win-win situation. Everyone likes to win. So in this case, Indra went and spoke to the king of demons, Bali. Huh? And yeah, Bali was also very sensible. He understands, yeah, I think there is also some benefit here for us. Yeah, what is the benefit? Even we get to drink the nectar. That nectar which makes us, I would say, it's not immortal. It's like, okay, it's not that one is staying unlimitedly or eternally. That which makes live very long life. Yeah, because whoever is in these 14 planets, when the time of devastation comes, yeah, that's the end. So one has to wind up. So Bali Maharaj, he said, okay, let's do this. And both parties came together and it didn't work out. Yeah, they tried to lift the Mount Mandara. This mountain was so huge. How is it possible for such a huge mountain to be carried? They tried, they lifted, it fell on them, all were killed. So the struggles in our life when we take impossible things, what happens? We may break our backs, or we may simply pack our bags and then leave. You think, hey, this is not ours. But then Lord comes, lifts the mountain with left hand, brings it to the place, and also restores all the demons and demigods back to life so that this churning can happen. I think Lord had a different plan there. As I said yesterday, Lord is encouraging everyone to work out for their own good fortune. Yeah. So if we practice Krishna consciousness, will Lord get anything? No, it's actually we get. It is for our good fortune. The Lord is telling what we should do. And that is what comes under sadhana bhakti. When we are practicing sadhana, when we are executing those things we should do, which are favorable, who is benefiting? We. So the Lord encouraged, even when there were troubles, the Lord was always supporting. So we should not take step back. We should always look forward to take steps towards the goal. Times may be tough, situations may be not in favor, but one who is in contact and under the mercy of the Lord, they are always successful. So, steps towards success. Yeah, we can see it's that not doing, but really doing what the Lord asks. This is first. Then, when the obstacles come, not going back but forward by always praying to the Lord. When this rock was sinking at that time, the Lord Himself appeared, Ajita, in the form of Kurma, in the form of tortoise. He was supporting the mountain as a pivotal, what do we call this? Groove, so that it doesn't sink in. And in this way, the Lord was empowering the whole service, yeah, the whole service of churning. It means in our life, when we are churning, we may not want to churn because inside our heart there are so many things that are scary. When we churn, when they come out, we think, hey, is it me? Huh? And then we don't want to churn. Or if something is coming out, then we may start chasing. The Lord is saying, don't run away out of fear. Don't run behind out of greed. Just accept what fits. And in this process, when the poison comes, there is something very interesting here. Yesterday I was saying about Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is all merciful. Yeah. In fact, Lord Shiva goes and tells to Bhavani, his good wife, he is saying, Lord Shiva became very compassionate uh, out of kripa, mercy. He want to give mercy always. And in that, he goes and he tells to Mother Parvati, he's saying, just see how all they have been placed in danger due to the poison. And it is the master of Vidheya, master of the, it is the duty of the master uh, to give safety, to give abhayam. Yeah, when there is fear, where do we turn to? We turn to the Lord. And see, all the living entities, all the living beings are turning to me for protection because this poison is very, very strong. And for protection, they are coming and Dina Paripalanam. This suffering dependence, all the people who are suffering, they have come to me. And here, the Lord is telling very important, Lord Shiva is saying, Pranai Svai Pranina Panti Sadava Kshana Banguraihi Baddha Vaireshu Bhuteshu Mohitava Atma Mayaya. He says, devotees, even at the risk of their own temporary lives, try to save others. You can understand the level of Lord Shiva. He is saying, I can't tolerate the suffering of people. For that reason, the devotees, it said, devotees have this tendency, even at the risk of their own temporary lives, try to save others. Which means a true devotee is keeping others in front. But people in general, being bewildered by Maya, are always engaged in animosity towards others. That is the difference between a devotee and a non devotee. A devotee keeps others' welfare as focus, whereas a non devotee keeps himself in the front. So, whatever may happen, let me be hmm, free from um, what is tapatraya, free from calamities, free from disturbance, free from troubles. I want to be free from troubles. That is the mood of a non devotee. And the mood of a devotee is making others free from, even if they may have to temporarily suffer, that is okay. And in this way, Lord Shiva told to Mother Parvati, his wife, and she said, all fine. And then, because Lord Shiva drinks the poison, yeah, it's so easy to tell, but yeah, it's real poison. And that's why it is said that Tapyante loka tapena sadava prayaso jana means great persons almost always accept voluntary suffering because of the misery of people in general. What is the quality of a devotee? Paradukha dukhi means when he is seeing others suffering, then he cannot be happy. He also suffers when others are suffering. So that's why he does something. And then what did he do is Paramaradhanam tadhi Purusha Syakhila Atmanaha. And it is this is considered, what is considered, the act of what Lord Shiva has done for the welfare of everyone is considered as the highest method of worshipping the Supreme Lord who is present in everyone's heart. So we may have a doubt what a great sacrifice or what a great service I have done, whether people may see it or not. Don't worry, the Lord sees because He is present inside our heart in the form of Upadrashta. As Upadrashta, He is witnessing everything what we are doing. Of course, He is witnessing what bad we do, He is also witnessing what good we do because He is always present. Hmm? And then And then Parvati praises. Yeah? She says this act of Lord Shiva was appreciated by his wife, Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and all people in general. That's the greatness. Huh? Of course, Lord Shiva is not doing for praise. Lord Shiva is doing out of compassion. He wants to save the mankind from the deadly poison that came. So, and in continuation from there, we see what happens. Now the first obstacle is gone. The poison came, then it's taken care. huh? So we can see the Lord saves. He didn't only just think, okay, anyway, so he saves and the churning continues. And when the churning starts continuing, then comes Uchaishrava horse, Airavata elephant, then eight male elephants that go into the eight directions protecting. And then comes Kaustubha Mani, and then comes Padmaraga Mani. These are jewels. And then comes Parijata flower. So when the churning was happening, the things that came out of the Milky Ocean were these, and when they came, there were some. So the horse was taken by Bali Maharaj, the elephant was taken by Indra, and this Kaustubha Mani and Padmaraga Mani, these are taken by Lord Vishnu. It goes further. So when the pot of nectar came, there was a trouble because it was not only I wanted, everyone wanted it. After all, yeah, everyone worked towards it. To be honest, all belongs to Lord Vishnu, isn't it? Isn't it? Who gave the idea? Who gave the idea? Lord Vishnu gave the idea. And who executed the idea? Yeah, we may think it is demigods and gods, but actually they were tired. They could not do anything. It was again the Lord expanding, empowering them. So it was again done by whom? The Lord. And when everything comes, who should take it? Isn't it? When the Lord is proprietor, he is called Ishvara, Parameshwar. Huh? He is the supreme controller and he is also owner of everything. But what happens is when we have the mentality like a demon, what we think is, oh, in fact, I worked it. Huh? I did my part. I should get at least my part. Huh? When we go through, I think by end of the day, we will understand more about this spirit. And then when Lakshmi Devi came in this churning process, everyone were thinking, oh, so beautiful. One who is in such a nice white sari with a thick red border and very, very tender, delicate, most beautiful, all fine. She came from the ocean, and then after coming, she had a garland, and everyone were looking, oh, will she marry me? Marry me? There was this Swayamvara, uh, which means the girl can choose suitable her suitable husband, and everyone were thinking, first Indra was thinking maybe I have a chance. But later he thought, oh, there is 50-50 chance. Why to take risk? Let me already call her my mother. At least if I call her my mother, then what is going to happen? Because she's goddess of fortune, mother always takes care of children. So at least whatever I have lost when the Bali Maharaj came, everything will come back. So he, though he had his interest to marry her or looking forward, but he understood no chance. Anyway, everyone, so Lakshmi Devi was going, seeing everyone, and then when she saw Lord Vishnu, she thought, who else can be my husband? There is no risk, right? If I marry anyone else, they are going to die. Lord Vishnu is eternal, he is always present. For me, there is no problem. And who is all powerful? Lord Vishnu. Who can protect me the best? Lord Vishnu. So she did, and finally she has offered the garland. And so Lord said, yeah, when he was telling, don't be afraid, don't be greedy, he was saying about Lakshmi Devi. As soon as when Lakshmi comes, everyone is greedy, right? Everyone wants money. Everyone wants to become rich. Everyone wants opulence, name, fame. Everything is in the hands of Mother Lakshmi. And whom did Mother Lakshmi choose? Lord Vishnu. Let's go back to our steps. Yeah, I think story is always nice, but what are the steps that we like to take? Yesterday I was saying, though the title is like three steps, I'm just telling about a batch of three batch of steps of if we go to Tirupati, or if we go to Barsana, or any place, the staircase, it's not just from step 1 to all without any gap. There are always a batch of steps. So yesterday we finished the first batch. In that we covered that we don't want to be lazy. We want to be very active in our Krishna consciousness, and we shouldn't be scared with what will come up, because we have full faith in what Lord Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharma parimjancha mamekam sharanam raja. Krishna is saying, give up everything and surrender to me, and I am going to give you protection and also get you free from all sin. We have full faith. Of course, the challenges. No, we are talking about Indra had challenge. What to talk about us? Okay. The recap was more or less, I think, covering everything. Now we'll get into the day 2, part 1. This is going to be very exciting, I would definitely say. Because the churning happened, whatever came is now distributed. But you know what happened? The nectar, when it came, it was given to whom? Huh? Devatas. Devatas got it. We may always think, how is it possible? Why the Lord cheats? After all, they are very poor, right? Yeah, there was this demons also worked, but why did the Lord cheat them then? Huh? Because the demons may anyway cheat. As soon as the pot came, when Dhanvantari was holding the pot, the demon snatched it from his hand, and they wanted to drink everything maybe for themselves. So the Lord immediately came and supported the demigods. Is it right or wrong? The Lord assured protection. Sometimes people will say, we have this classic question, Is Lord partial to the devotees? Why is he always favoring? In Mahabharata, we see that Krishna was always supporting Arjuna, even when the war was not so fair. Uh, we always try to see, hey, how come that here is it fair or not fair? We can see because the demigods were serving the Lord. That is the qualification. That is the quality that we need. We may do so many things, but we should understand that we should work such a way that we follow religion, dharma. When we follow dharma, when we follow the right duties that we are supposed to do, Lord will give protection. And because the asuras, because the demons were only selfish, interested, and in fact they were fighting among themselves. And when people fight among themselves, what will happen? What happens? Someone else will benefit. So here, when the demons were fighting, it was the right time that the Lord came in the beautiful form as Mohini Murti. It was so mesmerizing that the Lord comes in a very nice, beautiful feminine form, mesmerizing, and all the demons were attracted. Wow, so beautiful. If someone can do justice to us, it is only this lady. Whatever you do, we are ready to accept. This is what the demons thought, and they gave the pot in the hand of Mohini. Instead, they didn't know who is she. They just were interested. Okay, if this lady gives the nectar, it will become more nectarian, so more tasty. They were only seeing her. Anyway, this Leela is also not what we will discuss today, but there's also so much that she or the Lord cheats in such a way that she arranges the demons in one side and the gods on the other side. So she's seeing the demons, and the demons were seeing her beauty, and they were just lost. So beautiful. It is said that the beauty of the Mohini Murti was like a nectar for them. And then the real nectar from the pot she was pouring to the gods on the other side. So she was showing very nice face, distracting the demons, and giving the real nectar to demigods. Huh? Anyway, so if Lord wants to favor us, we don't have to worry. He knows how to get it done for us. Then we get into a very important aspect where now, because the gods got this nectar, they became very powerful, and because the Lord also was supporting, then they attacked Bali Maharaj, and they were almost, yeah, there's whole description how they have conquered with all powers, everything, and then finally Bali Maharaj was almost dead. Yesterday we also said that afterwards what happened? Sukracharya comes and brings back Bali Maharaj back to life. This is one version. The other version is before Bali Maharaj was about to die or, or killed, Lord Brahma sends Narada Muni and says, settle the things peacefully. Let's not have, because Brahma is father for both, right? Everything comes from him. So he says, okay, okay, let's, I think they learned their lesson. So let's not. Uh, so the Devatas, they left, and then Sukracharya takes back Bali Maharaj and he brings back Bali back to life. And here, from here, very interesting thing happens. And very important steps for us also we can take from here. Yes. So we are in the 8th canto, 15th chapter. This is the beginning of Bali Maharaj conquers heavenly planets. Is it all about this? Yeah, the whole 8th canto is all about fighting between Devatas and Asuras. Is it everything all the time? I think in our life also, every day when we get up or even when we are sleeping, there is always this fight between good and bad in us. There is always. Sometimes we want to do bhakti, sometimes we don't want to do bhakti. How many of us have this tug of war every day? Huh? It is very intense, isn't it? Sometimes we just give up thinking, okay, it's too much to fight. Better let us go with the flow. So here, when Sukracharya, the teacher of the demons, he saw and he brought him back, then he became very powerful. So first Maharaj Parikshit is asking Shukadev Goswami very important question. Why did the Lord, who is the proprietor of everything, beg 3 paces of land from Bali Maharaj? We need to understand why Lord, who has everything, is asking 3 paces of land. Very interesting. We may think, hey, what is so great about it? 3 steps is not a problem, right? Huh? If you walk 3 steps, how far will you go? 3 meters. 3 meters, maybe 30 meters. Oh, whatever. It's not a big thing. Um, Here, Parikshit Maharaj is asking, why did the Lord, who is the proprietor of everything, is begging 3 steps from Bali Maharaj like a poor man? Yeah. If the one who is what's Bhagavan, all wealthy, unlimited wealth, he is called Bhagavan, one who is having unlimited wealth. Why he has to ask 3 steps of land? It's very surprising. Okay, yeah, maybe there's a good reason. But why did he arrest Bali Maharaj even after he got that? So the king is asked 3 steps, and the Lord is given 3 steps. In spite of all these things, why is Bali Maharaj again punished, arrested? Very surprised, very puzzled. So in response to this question, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, you know what? When Sukracharya has revived Bali Maharaj back to power, he brought him back to life. And now what happened is that he fell down in the fight and brought him back to life. And then Bali Maharaj started serving Sukracharya with full surrender. He has served his guru so much that he became powerful. And here comes a very important aspect here where it says when one is serving one's guru, yeah, who is here we say Sukracharya, he is getting Brahma Tejas. Serving a Brahmana, what is the purpose of serving? To get strength. When we are serving, what do we want? It's not that we want relief from suffering. We want strength to handle suffering. Yeah, usually we want, no, no, no. Lord, when I am coming to you, may you please remove all the obstacles. Rather, I think we should pray, okay, please remove, but also empower me so that even if there are obstacles, that I can face. Hmm? So Bali Maharaj was serving his guru so nicely that he became powerful. And that was the problem. What happened here? Bali Maharaj became so powerful that he did. After that, the Brahmana descendants of Rugu were pleased with Bali, who desired to conquer Indra's kingdom. And so they engaged him in performing Vishwajit Yajna. Jit means victory, Vishwa means winning over the universe, all these 14 planets to become one ruler. Yeah, we sometimes see, right, even in our world, there is always some countries want to dominate over the other countries. That is nature. And here at that time, Sukracharya uh, and Bhrigu Muni's descendants, they all thought, let's become number one. Number one. So that, and Bali Maharaj, when he did this, he received a very nice chariot with all powerful weapons and everything. And he became so powerful that he went and attacked Indraloka. He went and attacked Swarga, where Indra stays. And in the description, it is mentioned, yeah, that this Indraloka, the Swarga, the heavenly planet, it is said it is not a place for people who are not qualified. It is said that Yamna Vrajanti Adharmishthan Khala Bhuta Druha Stat sorry Sataha Maninam Kamino Buddha Evir Hina Vrajantiyat. It is saying this heavenly planet is not for people who are irreligious or sinful and who are envious, who are violent, who are cheaters. They cannot stay in heaven. People who are proud, who are lusty, and who are greedy cannot stay there. People in heaven are all devoid of such faults. When I read this, I was surprised in one way that, okay, but what about Indra? We see Indra has so much envy sometimes. That's why he goes and steals the horse of Prithu Maharaj in his yajna. When this horse is there, he goes and steals that. And there are so many other, a beautiful wife of Gautama Rishi, huh? Always lusty. How come then Indra is there? It is just like one cannot simply take a rocket and go to the moon and think that I am a resident of moon. Similarly, one can't simply hear Bali Maharaj, yeah, the Indra is saying, hey Bali, this is not a place for you. But what about Indra himself? But because Indra was always taking shelter of the Lord, still, though he was faulty sometimes, still that qualification of being a devotee keeps him there. And Lord, time to time, corrects Indra. So, and Bali Maharaj, now there is no seeing back, no turning back. Straight, he went to Indraloka. Doesn't matter. He attacked Indra. Come. And then this time Indra could not do anything. Oh, because what? As I said, what was his shield? His guru's power. Because he was serving his guru so sincerely and he was just doing what he said. Why? Because he brought him back to life. If someone brings us back to life, or if someone is saving us, we become indebted. So Bali Maharaj was so much indebted to Sukracharya that he did everything Sushruta. Sushruta means service. He was doing so much service that he had pleased Sukracharya like anything that this became a shield for him. And with that, he went to Indralok and then Bali Maharaj attacked Indra's city. Indra spoke to Brihaspati now. He goes to his teacher and he's telling, "Oh my master, you know what? This Bali has come and he's attacking. Our old enemy Bali has come back with new enthusiasm and astonishing power, which we cannot resist. Before they could win. What happened now? No one anywhere can counteract his military arrangement. He seemed to be drinking up the universe, licking all the 10 directions with his vision, burning all directions like the fire. Please tell me, what is the cause of his strength, endeavor, influence, victory, and enthusiasm? Hmm. Yeah, it is something like when in Ramayana, when Sugriva goes again, his challenges again. Hey Bali, come out. Yeah, just before that he was beaten like anything, almost like he was about to die. And after next day again he comes. Something should be there. What is that power? Here Brihaspati could see and says, this all is about the Brahma Tejas, the power that he got by serving his spiritual master, and nothing can go against it. Because the position of Guru is protecting him. Now he is giving the protection to his sincere servant. Now Brihaspati, um, Indra is asking, shall we fight? There is no guarantee. Shall we fight? He says, no, don't fight now. Brihaspati is advising, this power is because of Brahmana, descendants of Bhrigu were pleased with Bali Maharaj and faith in offering everything to them, and thus endowed with him their own power. It is their power, not Bali Maharaj's. So you can't go against their power. Better then, because we are less powerful. You know why? Anyway, yesterday I said, what happened to Indra? What did he do when Durvasa Muni came? When he offered a garland, what did happen? Yeah. And in fact, what happened when there is also, yeah, anyway, we'll share that. So there is something that lacking in you, because you were not serving gurus or brahmanas with respect. And now, because Bali Maharaj is all powerful, yeah, we can't do any. Power of pleasing Guru, the blessing of Guru are more powerful than one's personal endeavor. So Indra, with just your own endeavor, you will not get there. If you really wanted to do something, get away from this place, hide wherever you can. And then Indra is asking, is that the solution? There should be something better, right? After all, how can we stay forever leaving our home? Huh? Then Brihaspati is saying the strength that Bali Maharaj has now it is only for some time. It's not forever. Why? Because though he has pleased his guru, but what kind of guru and what kind of association that Bali Maharaj has? He has association of demons, asuras, one who are against the will of Lord. So a time will come when he may reject the instructions of his guru, and when that time comes, then what happens? All the protection, all the power that he has will be nullified. When that happens, then you can again regain your power. Until then, you can't do anything. You should all leave now. Huh? When Bali Maharaj insults the Brahmanas, he will be vanquished along with his friends. Huh? So, and in this way, after Indra left, Bali Maharaj simply occupied. In this regard, we can take a very important aspect here. What is the importance of Guru? I would say yesterday, whatever we discussed is only to bring to the first step. That was a kind of warm up, as I said. It was just like, okay, we are coming to the steps. The steps for our spiritual success is the step one is Guru Ashraya. We may think that, okay, I have Krishna in front of me. Do I need anyone else? Why can't I just serve Krishna? Why do we need Guru? Huh? And then, can we really find Guru? So many things we just think. And then what what we do is we think, okay, I don't need Guru. Krishna said everything in Bhagavad Gita. I just follow what Krishna says. That's it. But Krishna says in same Bhagavad Gita to follow Guru. Tadvidhi pradipatena परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेशन्ति ते ज्ञानम ज्ञानिनस् तत्व दर्शिनः. So Krishna is saying, and not only Krishna is saying, Krishna is showing. In the battlefield, what happened? Arjuna was confused. He was lamenting. And then Krishna, as a guru, he has shown the path. Krishna would have simply said, hey, my avatar is there. I am in the form of Vishnu. You can just worship. Or I am in the form of Krishna. You can worship. No, he didn't say just worship. He guided. In fact, when we say for our own mm, convenience, we can say Guru G stands for guiding. Mm. He is the one who is guiding. Not like any guru. There are also again fake gurus. They also guide, isn't it? So many people who are there, they also guide. Hey, do this, do that. But Guru guides for uplifting. Yeah. So if you see G for guiding, U for uplifting. For our own upliftment, Guru is guiding us what to do. To bring what in us? A reformation. He wants us to change for good. Whatever our material interests are there, He is there to change that for awakening our spiritual identity. Yeah. So what is G? G for guiding, U for R for reforming, and then we can see the last U as uniting. The only purpose of Guru is not that he is going to take care of all the disciples as his own thing. He is actually doing what? Connecting us with the Lord. He is uniting us back in the spiritual realm, who we were actually. He is opening us to show our Swarup. What is our real identity? Huh? So, first is guiding so that we actually can reform properly to actually unite. And if we think that we don't need all these things, we may struggle like Arjuna in the battlefield. And every day in our life we have battle, isn't it? Yeah. We are fighting with our own mind. Sometimes we are we are thinking, hey, are we stupid? Why are we doing like this? We are fighting every day with our mind, with our what we are doing. So Guru is so important in our life. And some, for convenience, they may say, I want to accept a guru. Uh, nature is my guru. Some say nature, right? Yeah. I don't know how much ever we learn, there is no reciprocation to the nature, right? To check, did I understand you properly? How can we communicate? It's only one side. Then there are some philosophers who will tell, you know, Krishna is saying, what is it? Sitoshna Sukha Dukkada. This, happiness and distress are like seasons coming and going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I can learn a lot from nature. Seasons, uh, catastrophes. Yeah, there are so many cyclones, so many earthquakes. Oh, world is a teacher. Yeah, no doubt about it. But who is behind the world? God. Uh, the universe is created by God. So if we just forget that and we just say, hey, nature is my God, nature is my guru, how are we able to appreciate? In fact, there is this Shri Guru Bhakata Jana Tahara Charane Manam Aropiya Katha Anusare. He says, Narottam Das Thakur is saying, I will meditate on the lotus feet of devotees, hear from them, and that is what is enough. That will make me successful. Now, can we hear from nature? No, there are some signals coming. Yeah, it's not so easy to understand. Why don't we just accept Guru? Why don't we just accept his teachings? Why don't we just follow it? In fact, it is said, Ahankara, Abhimana, Asat Sanga, Asat Jnana, Chadi, Bhajo Guru, Pada, Padma, Kori Atma Nivedana, Dehe Gehe, Parijana, Guru Vakya, Parama, Mahatva. He's saying, Abandon false ego, pride, company with materialists and useless material knowledge, and worship the lotus feet of your spiritual master. Offer your home, family, relatives, body, and self to him. His words are supreme. It is so clear the need of a guru. In fact, once Jayapatak Maharaj in a public speech he told, it's most important to the secret of success is to take seriously the mission of the spiritual master. How to fulfill the mission of the spiritual master? Serving bona fide ISKCON Guru means serving Srila Prabhupada mission. When we can really understand this principle, we can understand a bona fide disciple of Srila Prabhupada, what does he instruct? To serve Prabhupada. It is not like it's only that, hey, you serve me. No, Prabhupada, okay, he's already passed. No, it's not that. They all are serving towards the mission of Srila Prabhupada. And by serving them, we also become part of Prabhupada. And once there was a question asked to Srila Prabhupada. The first, if we know this 10 offenses of the holy name, the first one is Vaishnav. What is the first Vaishnav Aparad? Hmm? Ah, Sadhu Ninda. To offend a sadhu. When we offend a sadhu, we will not have taste for the holy name. Hmm? So once a devotee asked, he wants to know if the greatest offense is disobeying the Guru. Prabhupada said, yes, this is the first offense. Gurur avagya, Shruti Shastra Nindana. To blaspheme the scriptures and to offend a Guru is a very, very dangerous offense. Shruti Sara Nindana Guru Avagya. If you accept Guru and again disobey him, then what is your position? You're not a gentleman. To be a gentleman means to keep up our promise. You promised before Guru, before Krishna, before fire that I shall obey your order, I shall execute this, and again you do not do this, then you are not even a gentleman. What to speak of about a devotee? This is common sense. Hmm. This is from Prabhupada lecture, Bhagavad Gita 211, Mexico, 1975. How can we appreciate Guru in our life? Why do we need Guru in our life? Maybe we can start few. What do you say? Do we really need Guru? Yes? No? Don't know? Yes? Hmm? And what are the instructions of Guru? Hmm? What are the instructions of Guru? What is he saying? What is he asking us? He's asking how much is our bank balance or assets or properties. No. Hmm? Atyahara prayasasya. He is telling what we should do and what we should not do. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when we see in the Rupa Goswami in the Upadeshamrita, he is giving, uh, we all want Guru, that's fine, but what Guru wants us to do? Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyam cha shadbhir bhakti vinasyati. What we should avoid in our devotional service is what Guru is telling. Don't do this, don't do this. What is the first one? Atyahara. Eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than necessary. Means we should not be scared about tomorrow. Oh, I won't be able to manage. Let me not eat now. Or collect a lot than what we need. Both come under atyahara. Ahara means food. Food is not just what we eat, food is what we acquire. So, eating. So, next one is prayasascha. Over endeavoring, working very hard more than needed to maintain the body. Yeah, Guru is just telling, hey, lead a simple life. Don't gather wealth, don't accumulate all unnecessary things. They will be burden. And then comes Prajalpa. Prajalpa means talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matter. Let's not talk about anything but only about Krishna and his Leelas, about devotees and how we can um, fulfill the, the mission of our Guru. And then next one is third one is talking unnecessarily about the mundane subject, and the fourth one is practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of advancement. So there is this jnana. It is said one acquires knowledge because knowledge helps us to advance in bhakti. But if we use the same knowledge and um, create our own what do you call this, barriers, then it's no use. One may be very expert in everything, but if he doesn't engage in devotional service, it's of no use. Then Guru is saying associating with people who are not devotees is not favorable, because if you go and sit with them, they will ask, okay, how much how much have you enjoyed today? How much will you enjoy tomorrow? It's all about enjoying, enjoying, enjoying. And when we have so much disturbances, we will also leave Krishna consciousness. We will also forget all this devotional life. And then being greedy for mundane activities. So these are six things it is said. Yeah, one can refer the nectar of instruction to read the whole purport. But in Guru is not interested in his well-being. He is interested in our well-being. A teacher is always available for upliftment of us so that we can be reformed and then we can be connected or united to the Lord. So Lord is telling what is not good, and in the next verse he tells what is good. What are six activities when we do, then we can advance rapidly in Krishna consciousness. Utsaha dhairyat. Utsaha means enthusiasm. Utsaha nishchaya dhairya. Nishchaya means confidence with firm conviction what we do. Dhairya. Dhairya means patience. And then tattat karma pravartanat sangatyaga shato vritte shabdhir bhaktir prasidyat prasidat prasidyati. Yeah. If we follow these six things, then our devotional life is very actively progressing. First one is utsaha, enthusiasm. We should have great enthusiasm in our services. If some problem comes and if we just think, okay, let's okay give up. No, we should have enthusiasm because it's not I am doing, I'm just facilitating. Lord is empowering me. When we have this, we have enthusiasm. Utsahat, nishchayat, dhairyat. Nishchayat, we should be confident that Krishna will. I have confidence in Krishna. If I follow devotional life, then He is going to take care of me. Dhairya. Dhairya is, Prabhupada writes that dhairya means patience. One should be very patient not to just lose and want quick results. We want quick results. I want that. I want this very soon, very soon. Prabhupada says that a lady, a pregnant lady, can't expect a child as soon as she get married. So one should have patience. Means when we engage in devotional service, uh, what happened to the demons and demigods when they were churning the ocean? They had to really go through all the austerities, all the challenges they had, and then came the result. Tattat karma pravartanat. This is acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Whatever are the devotional service activities, Tattat karma pravartanat. Uh, and then Sangat Yagat. We should be very careful. Sangha means what? Association. Sangat Yagat means not going away from devotees, but going away from materialistic people. Hmm? And then Shato Vritte. And it is said, Shata means following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. By following in their footsteps, we can become successful. Yeah, very simple. What Guru is telling? Just to follow these 6 plus 6 things. And Prabhupada make it even easy. What are that? Regulative principles, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. Hmm? And then, if we take extra care of what we have with these instructions, then we are safe. And in fact, here, Bali Maharaj became all powerful because he was serving his Guru. Of course, when we get instructions from the Guru, yeah, what is instruction is basically, it is not that Guru is keeping a gun on the forehead and is saying, now you have to do this. He is not demanding, but he is recommending what is best, favorable. Now, once in Vyasa Puja, His Holiness Kadamkaran Maharaj, he says that when we speak about the third offense, yeah, usually all are afraid of the third offense. Uh, Disobeying Guru is an offense. Oh, what to do? Yeah. And it is said, but Maharaj says, let us think about in a different way. Instead of disobeying orders, one can talk to the spiritual master. If some instruction comes that we cannot do, yeah, it is said one can talk to him. The spiritual master can always change the instruction if it can be changed. Huh? Why? Because in the end, the spiritual master is our best friend. Yeah. So really, if the order is too difficult, then one must simply take shelter. And it says, if the order is unchangeable, then he can help by giving us inspiration to carry on. So we shouldn't see that, oh, it's something very difficult, very impossible, and then we just go rather than disobeying. Because the question is, can we disobey? No. Either we discuss to change if we can't do it, or if we have to do it, we get inspiration. Why? Yeah, maybe the vision of the Guru is something we cannot understand now, but Guru can explain ultimately what is the purpose of it. But if somehow one disobeys the order of the spiritual master, even then we still turn to the spiritual master because spiritual master is our best friend, and therefore he cannot be surprised in terms of our behavior. It is not possible. It means if we cannot follow the instructions, we just still go back and tell to the spiritual master saying, I am sorry, I could not do it. But not telling and surprising, it is said it is not possible. If that happens, the spiritual master will very patiently say, if at all one goes to the Guru and says, oh, I could not follow you, then Guru will say, okay, all right, you broke everything, what to do? Let's pick up the pieces and let's put your spiritual life back together. So the spiritual master is ever eager to uplift by again patching up. So he is not going to condemn us for whatever we have done, for whatever mistake we have made. No, he will simply say, okay, now we have to deal with this. Of course, sometimes sometimes one gets entangled very much. I remember someone got entangled in a drug habit after initiation. Then the spiritual master said, well, we have a problem here. It's going to take some time and it won't be easy to solve it. But anyway, we are in this together. In that way, the spiritual master is always with us. So, Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki. What's time now? Okay. Actually, I don't know. Maybe at some stage we can have a pause. Huh? If there is Arati now, Yoga done. It's going on. Okay, then we continue. So much is mentioned about Guru Tattva in the scriptures that one cannot, or one should go through Guru. In fact, when the bhoga is offered to the Lord, it is not Vrajakumar Prabhu is offering to the Lord, but it is he's asking his Guru to offer, and his Guru is asking his Guru to offer. Jai. Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki Jai. Otherwise, what qualification do we have to offer even bhoga to the Lord? So we are so much dependent on our Guru for our advancement. And if we can serve, of course, Bali Maharaj was serving Sukracharya. How nice! If it was Brihaspati, it would have been different. But he was serving Sukracharya, but doesn't matter. He served Sukracharya and then he became powerful. And now it is that Indra, yeah, had to hide because he has not done. He had so much individual power, but in front of the power of Bali Maharaj, no chance. This Guru Tattva is so important. In we can see in our tradition that we have. Yeah, when I remember Gaur Govind Maharaj, Gaur Govind Maharaj was mentioning about how important it is to understand Guru and accept him as life and soul. And he did that when it was Mayapur or no, Odisha, no? Odisha, Bhuvaneshwar. At that time in Bhuvaneshwar, there was nothing except snakes and there was thick forest. Someone out of great, great desire have donated a big land. And then Prabhupada said, okay, build a temple there. After going there, there was nothing. There was only snakes huh? and thick forest and small shed. It's Mayapur. Is it Mayapur or maybe Bhuvaneshwar, I think. Yeah, because since then he maintained, he built it. So, of course, snakes were there everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, there were so many nice, funny, not funny, serious stories where devotees, when they go, the snakes used to come in the night into the huts and all the sheds wherever. Yeah, and there were devotees, non-Indian devotees who were there, who were struggling, but still they took care. They were empowered by Srila Prabhupada. Though there were difficulties, it's not that they didn't have difficulties, they were empowered, they were protected. When, for example, Brahmananda Prabhu, he went to Pakistan, yeah, he came safe. Of course, Prabhupada was worried what will happen because there were riots. But still, He was offering constant prayers. Devotee always offer constant prayers for the well-being of his disciples. And that is the reason why ISKCON has spread so wide and strong. Yeah, I think now we can take a break. No? Till 1 we continue and close. But how is your... Uh-huh. So before 1 we can do Kirtan, or... So which means 1 till 1 we can be here and 1 we can close. Okay. Mhm. Okay. So all fine. Can we go on? I mean, we want a break, 5 minutes? 5 minutes break? Yeah, just get up and sit down. So 1 minute break. So it's 20. We will meet again at 25. I mean, we could continue. It's so nice to discuss, but just it's okay. Okay. I don't think there is cause. You can mute the audio, I think. Voice. Ready? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. So we are understanding the importance and gravity of spiritual master in our life. First thing is that we cannot do it by ourselves. We need the support. And that's why the Lord is also facilitating with that. And sometimes when we see, we may have to rectify relation. In the case of son of Ikshvaku in the Sun dynasty, his name is Nimi, Nimi Chakravarti, if you may have heard. He goes to Brihaspati, yeah. He asks Brihaspati for performing an yajna. And Brihaspati says, I have already committed to do a yajna for Indra. Yes, correct. To Indra. And he said, we can do your yajna after I finish the yajna with Indradeva. But King Nimi was saying, well, life is too short. And then he simply disobeyed. He said Brihaspati, his teacher, his guru was telling wait, but King Nimi was saying, okay, life is too short. Of course, he was a perfect soul. That's why he was thinking anyway. What he said was right. Life is too short for waiting. Really, we want to act, but in this process, he had not obeyed his guru, and then Brihaspati cursed him. Because you do not follow my instruction, you will fall down immediately. And King Nimi had a good reason for himself, and he said, not only me, you also fall down. Huh? So strong, yeah. Anyway, later when Vashishta Muni he leaves the body, again he took the body, he appears, he takes birth again, and that's the where he becomes the Kula Guru of Lord Ramachandra. But the point there is, because he has neglected instruction of his guru, what happened is that he had so much power that Vashishta Dev simply said, okay, may you fall down. And Nimi was at the same time so perfect, his consciousness was so perfect that he said, please don't bring back me to life. I have no interest. So let me, once I'm dead, I'm dead. But the priest, what they did is they have churned uh, from the body, from the dead body of Nimi, and from him comes King Janaka. Janaka is, yeah, we can see actually he is coming from this lineage. The point there is that on one side we so much need a guru, on the other side we also have to be very careful with guru. Of course, we don't want to start, what do you call this? Calculating what is good. Should I take shelter or not shelter? It's not that we can now start assessing or weighing what is right. Should I now accept someone? Should I look for a guru or not? No, there is no doubt we have to, because the Lord Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasada Yasya Prasadat Nagati Kutopi. Clearly Lord is saying that okay, one comes through Guru. Otherwise there is no qualification. Prabhupada says, uh, if you chant 16 rounds and follow 4 regulative principles, at the end your life is successful. And without Prabhupada, there is no such assurance. Huh? One may think, okay, anyway I'm chanting, anyway I'm following regulative principles. Why should I accept a guru? Unnecessary burden, right? When we have a guru, we have to follow him. When there is no guru, when there is no master, there is no problem. It's very easy. No, it's not. In fact, we are talking about disobeying a guru. I can tell a very nice example where disobeying was done by great Acharya. Sripad Ramanujacharya, yeah, Goshti Purna, his teacher, uh, he said, I am going to give you a very powerful mantra. Keep it secret to you. This is only for Brahmanas and for good devotees. Yeah. So he gives this mantra. What is the mantra? Huh? Yeah. Is it? So he didn't keep it to himself. What is it? Huh? What Ramanujacharya did, he went on the top of the roof of the temple, and from there he very, very loudly has chanted. And then his guru comes and says, what are you doing? I said not to do it. If you say, then you will go to hell. But still you did it. So we can see Ramanujacharya has disobeyed his guru's order. And now, how to understand this? It is not that his interest was to disobey the order of Guru. He was looking, oh, if this mantra is so powerful, let everyone get the blessings. And for that, I'm ready to take all the pain. If I have to go to hell, it is only me. Rather, if I don't tell this mantra to everyone, everyone will go to hell, right? Because they don't know. This is the mantra for deliverance from this material world. So, even if I go and suffer in hell, let me do it. As I said, this is very exceptional. Why? Because he is an acharya. We can't just say, "Hey, let me also break rule," because I think, yeah, I think it makes sense. No? What is our intelligence? Yeah, we are not so great to create our own. What do you call this? Um, Conclusions. So coming back to this theme of following Guru is very important. There are so much, yeah, there is so much to understand, and there is a whole section called Prabhupada Ashraya. How to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada. There is Guru Ashraya. How to take shelter of a Guru. When we do not understand, it's always like this. I think there's someone. Do you want to marry someone? Why to marry? There's always risk. Huh? You don't know whether you get a good wife or a bad wife, but the chances are bad for high. So let me not marry. See, he's already not. You're thinking like that. Everyone thinks like that. Why did I say that? By the way, I don't know. Yeah, everyone can think whatever they want. Yeah, but what is right? We need a guidance, and the guru is telling what is right, what is wrong, what we should do, what we should not do, and for whose benefit, for our own benefit, and then what we should do, just follow. In fact, it is very difficult. Have anyone faced suffering, struggling to follow guru's orders? Very difficult. Struggling is there, right? Whether we manage to do it, it's different. Struggle? Anyone else? Very difficult. Very difficult. But because still it is for our good, we do it. Why? Because Guru is constantly pounding on our ego, on our comfort zone, on our desires, which we don't like. We prefer that I think, let me do it my way. Hmm? That's why I remember in I think Kadamakanand Maharaj in one of the Vyas Puja says that there are so many rebels. He says there are so many rebels, which means they don't want to accept Guru's words. Why? Because they think I want to do. I accept him as my Guru so that he give me my permission. Huh? If someone is asking who gave you permission, he says, "Hey, Kadamkanand Maharaj said." Huh? And oh wow, if Maharaj says, then we should do it. Hmm? No, we are taking shelter means that we want to follow the instructions of Guru. And how is what he is telling us to? Guru is giving the vision of our life. And what was the vision that Bali Maharaj got from Sukracharya? Go and win. Go and destroy the demigods. This is what Sukracharya gave. And anyway, for that he will suffer later. That's a different thing. That's why, as I said, instructions, that a guru can give guidance, but a real guru can give real guidance. And we have to always look forward for that. We have to always seek such guidance, be in the protection, engage in service. And when we engage in the service, then we will be purified. When we are purified, then we attain our ultimate goal of life. We will attain spiritual success. If at all we say one step that is really needed to advance, it is accepting the Guru, following in his footsteps. Yeah. Accepting the Guru means following in his footsteps, and with the reference which I was just reading, that we may like, we don't like, doesn't matter. We follow that. And I will end with one nice reference from Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. This is very important. If I can find it soon. How to handle instructions of Guru. He says, good behavior is the only remedy for us. When we have good behavior, then we can serve our Guru properly. And for that is the reason why we need to go through what this is called Sadachar. We have to understand how to serve Vaishnava, how to serve Guru, and then we are able to serve Krishna. Without that, if we want to serve directly Krishna, we are not even following the gopis. Huh? Even gopis, we can see that gopi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, one can please the Lord like how the gopis please the Lord. Not becoming the direct, uh, not interested to be direct servant of the Lord. rather serving the servant of the servant of the servant. All these teachings, how can we get is only through Guru. Not only the instructions, yeah, when we understand, we get access to the Lord, first point. Yeah, without Guru, we can't access the Lord. We may see, okay, now I'm praying from my heart, and yes, that can be more effective when Guru is blessing, because in sadhana bhakti, without Guru, there is no chance. And without sadhana bhakti, we cannot reach raganuga bhakti. Without raganuga bhakti, we cannot appreciate ragatmika bhakti. So, in this ladder, sadhana bhakti is the basic, yeah, in three steps. The first step is sadhana bhakti, means to execute devotional service under regulations. The regulations come from Guru. So, first thing is instruct guidance is coming. The second thing is the strength is coming. When Guru is giving a task, giving a service, it is empowered by his blessings. The Guru, yeah, in Srila Prabhupada has empowered his disciples so that they can do impossible things possible. Miracles happen. Everything is possible by because Prabhupada has empowered everyone. Which means without such empowerment, here we see Bali Maharaj was devastated. He was totally lost. But because he was empowered by the strength of Sukracharya and the descendants of Bhrigu, what happened? He had so much power. In our devotional life, we need strength. And for that strength, it's not just only instruction but the blessings. We may think, let me get the instructions by reading this book, reading Nectar of Instruction, uh, reading Nectar of Devotion. So many books are there, let me read. From where are we getting the strength? From Guru. Second, first thing is access to the Lord. Second thing is the strength to do service. Third one, reformation. What is he doing? Helping us to reform. It's not like, okay, I can still be my own old Sudama. He is helping me to change, to become a real servant of servant of servant. So he is helping me in my life to be suitable for serving the Lord. And the last one is when all these things happen, what Prabhupada is telling, if you follow all these things, I am waiting in the spiritual world. When you come there, I am going to take you into my hands and introduce you to Krishna. Who can give such assurance? Hmm? So, step one, what is it? Grace of Guru. If we have the grace of Guru, then only we can advance. The more we think, we may lose time. It is a must. We may always try other ways to see, oh, maybe I can escape. No, only a very, very exceptional case. One may get mercy of the Lord without a Guru. But with Guru, one's advancement is rapid and assured and successful. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Questions, comments? Yes, please.
Um, Thank you for the lecture, David. You said you cannot take nature as our guru because there is no real communication happening, just one-sided. But I'm thinking of there can be maybe a two-sided communication. For example, Radhanath Swami wrote in this book that he was sitting at the Ganga and the Ganga was whispering to him the Maha Mantra. So that can be a communication with nature. So how can we take this?
I didn't mean that nature cannot be helping us to understand things, but I'm saying just if we are staying only at that level, thinking nature is enough to be our guide or guru, it would become more a seeking mentality. Then you have to experience more, and with that experience you may start learning more, and while learning you may have to unlearn something. So it's a quite lengthy process. Yeah, in that sense I'm not saying that nature is not helping us to understand, because after all we are living in nature. Yeah, we need to understand what is cold, what is heat. Yeah, and what is the purpose of everything we can understand so that we can live here. But when it comes to understanding the spiritual subject, there are two subjects. One is secular knowledge, the second one is spiritual knowledge. Secular knowledge is a knowledge through which we can understand the world where we live. But then there is spiritual knowledge which we need to understand from a guru, yeah, who can really help us to connect to the spiritual subject. Because if you see the nature, you're seeing matter, right? Yeah. And in this example where you're referring with Radhanath Maharaj ji, blessed with the, yeah, we also need to be so pure to perceive it. When we are in a position of able to appreciate or understand that, yeah, it works. But again, we can see Srila Prabhupada, yeah, in the end, we can see Radhanath Maharaj has accepted Guru. Yeah. So we can see in his book one or two, where he was describing how he was going through different places and different experiences. He was summarizing, especially when he was in the Rishikesh, in Himalayas, etc. Yeah, he has also, yeah, shared all those, and he also has shared the gurus of those places. Yeah. So it was when Maharaj was with them, he used to understand the nature through them. It was not just like only what do you call this? Uh, touring around and making a note of it. Rather, he was in contact with the yogis and sadhus who were in those places, and with them he was practicing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it clarifies your question. Yeah, the point I mean is nature. Yeah, we cannot deny that it is a teacher. It it is a teacher, but there is also, we do not want to delimit there that thinking that's enough, and we do not want to take risk that we do not understand things. So that's why we need a living guru, a guru who can, we can consult, we can discuss, understand. Yeah, and whatever we have observed from nature we also need to confirm, right? And again, blessings, I was mentioning about the aspect of blessing. Yeah, nature is anyway blessing us with so many things, no doubt about it. And Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter, he is telling, I am everything. Yeah, I am the water, I am the fire, I am the air, I am the sun, I am the moon. So in that way, a devotee comes to that basic understanding that everything is depending on sustaining on Lord. So if one is able to see that, yeah, this is also coming from the instruction, right? So Krishna as a teacher, he's instructing. So it's not just we are accepting as it is by our observation. It is because Krishna has spoken to Arjuna about that he is everything, that's why we are accepting. So in one way or the other, we can see that we are still going through um, teachings or instructions. And the best form is that we, yeah, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that we accept a guru. It is not that we just accept what Guru is telling but do not accept Guru, but we accept Guru. That is the difference. It is not that because there is a book, I am just accepting whatever it is written there, but I am accepting Krishna as my Guru. Yeah, in the case when Krishna was speaking to Arjuna, initially Arjuna was thinking Krishna as his friend, but then when he understood that he is his Guru, then he started accepting it. Similarly, there are books, but as I usually give the example, in India there are so many TV channels on devotion, spirituality. I have a remote. I keep moving from one channel to the other channel, like a window shopping. You know, window shopping. If you go to a shop, then you just don't want to buy, but you just keep moving. So we don't want to be like that. We really want to understand, accept a guru, and follow his instruction. And of course, That helps us to understand faster and it's more effective. Yeah.
So, thank you for the wonderful lecture. I mean, reflecting back on the relationship between Shukracharya and Bali Maharaj, like Bali Maharaj served Shukracharya, so he got the power. Okay, did Bali Maharaj, first question was like, did Bali Maharaj knew that Shukracharya was not really very good teacher, or just because he was indebted to him because he saved his life and
He was given the role of becoming a teacher for the Asuras. So they got him
so
as
that he
teacher.
was a qualified teacher?
Yeah. In fact, he is so qualified that Brihaspati sent his son, Kach. I think his name is Kach. He sent his own son to learn from Sukracharya. So he is a qualified teacher.
Okay. Then now looking into the current
Example.
situations, right? We see like sometimes the devotees they accept the gurus who are not like part of the bona fide chain, or we don't know
What
their
happens to them?
credentials, so to say. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like which discipline succession they follow and all. Sometimes they don't know, they are kind of so self-proclaimed gurus, but they also have their disciples, and if those disciples sincerely serve them, they also get the same benefit as somebody serving to discipline succession gurus.
Okay. So if someone is not a bona fide guru, I think if are you talking about a bona fide, not bona fide, or are you talking about a fake guru and bona fide?
Like there are some, we don't know whether they're really fake or not.
So we
Some are
don't
like
know.
self-proclaimed gurus. They don't tell about their succession or their the disciplic succession of them.
Hmm.
They say, okay, like for example, I got the
We can
knowledge.
speak only about sampradaya, but we cannot speak about aprasampradaya. Aprasam is it right word? No. Asampradaya. No. There's a word for that. Aprasampradaya. ಇದೆ. Huh? Sampradaya and anyway, the opposite of it, apasampradaya. Yeah. Apasampradaya is something that, yeah, as you were referring, we don't know, we can't speak about them.
And the question is, I mean,
What happens to them?
yeah, I mean,
Followers.
exactly. The success of the devotees really depends on the qualification and the credibility of the guru, or irrespective of that, they get the same benefit because they're serving the guru.
Yeah. In this regard, in the case of Bali Maharaj was not any ordinary demon. He was a, we can see he's coming from Prahlad. So we can see he is the grandson of Prahlad, so grandson of a devotee. And not only that, he was also very religious. This is what the next chapter actually will describe, that when Bali Maharaj became the king, everything was very nice. In fact, in Kerala, the country, the state, what is it called? The Lord's,
God's own country,
God's own country. Yeah. Who is the king?
Bali.
Bali Maharaj. And every year they celebrate a festival called Onam. Maybe it coming from Vaman, Onam. And this is not just only Hindus, they follow everyone, which means a festival that is celebrated for appearance of course, we may see it as Vamana Dev. Rather, it's called Bali Padyami. That is the day when Bali Maharaj was pushed into uh, Rasatal, into the nether worlds. Right. So here, when you're asking about what is the future of people who misguided, it also depends on their karma. It also depends on their interest. Both. Here, Bali Maharaj, he had good karma. He has good intentions. So that's why in the end he was graced. If the person has selfish interest and he is going to someone as a easy peasy, and yeah, he is thinking it's so easy. Why to follow four regulative principles? It's very difficult. Why to chant 16 rounds? Very difficult. I'll just go and hear pravachans. Whenever I have inspiration to serve, let me serve. I'm just telling. I mean, it could be if one is not serious and has different intentions or interests, then it can happen that he may lose. This can happen also in own sampradaya also. It's not only upper sampradaya problem, it can happen in sampradaya. But in sampradaya, one is seeing others inspired by others, chances are more. Just like if you see a battalion of Lord Shiva's disciples, who are they? Hmm? Ghosts, goblins. If you are there, the chances of you to do follow them is high, right? You are more mutually inspired. Hey, you do that today, I'll do that tomorrow. So the inspiration of with whom we are can impact us. So that's why it's very important that first of all we should be in the sampradaya. First requirement. Not only that we should be in sampradaya. Second thing is that we should also follow the sampradaya properly. Then we are saved. It's not just okay. Now I am initiated. Now I am second initiated. Now I became sannyas. But if I'm not doing what I should do, then still Prabhupada will, yeah, on that day he will ask, right? Like in Christianity, what is it called? The final judgment. Judgment day. There is also judgment for us, na? The time comes, did you chant 16 rounds? Show me. Did you follow regulative principles? Show me. Oh no. No. So it's also that one thing is to be fortunate to be part of it, but to be really fortunate is to benefit from following it. Yeah. Yeah. So I can't speak about what can happen because even if they are sampradayas also, if we're talking about four sampradayas, again in the four sampradayas, what is that which is really, really active, which is really, really doing? For example, when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, before that there were so many, no, was it Bhakti Vinod Thakur? Yeah. Before Bhakti Vinod Thakur, there were so many apasampradayas. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur has, yeah, established what is right. And again, similarly, when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had his disciples, again, some were interested only to maintain temples, to maintain mathas. They were not interested to really preach. So, within, as I said, even within the sampradaya, there can be issues, not only apasampradayas. It all depends how seriously we dedicate ourselves to do that. I don't know. Did it?
Yeah, I mean the question. I mean generally, then the devotees who are dedicated to their guru, irrespective of the guru's credibility or the whether they are part of the sampradaya, do they still derive the same benefit? Like
Yeah, they will. They will benefit. They will get benefits. As I said,
the risk
they
is
may
more.
get benefits which may be not favorable. They may get benefit like okay, here Bali Maharaj is being favored with all material strength.
Mm.
The spiritual strength is the spiritual strength in no, it's material strength. Yeah, he is getting all powers so that he can conquer Indra. Hmm. But because he was also, as I said, in terms of his own goodness, and also the lineage, that's why Lord Vamanadev came, and this we will cover the last either today evening or tomorrow morning, where we are concluding what happened to Sukracharya for misguiding.
Mhm.
That will come at that time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. So if someone is making a note, what is the step for today from so far? Grace of Guru. Jai Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai.